Well, there's not really too much I can say about the album cover, but obviously, seeing the name Jenova has me thinking about Final Fantasy VII, and I can't wait to play that remake whenever it drops. I think it's coming in 2016, but we'll have to see. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is an indie review for Jenova IO's new album, The Demo, which is actually set to drop on October 3rd. Now, Jenova is an 18-year-old Hispanic rapper who represents the Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas area, and he's been rapping for a couple of years, so to check out his music, links, social media sites, etc., just take a look at the information underneath this video. Oh, and I also have to mention that he is the head of the Southern Outcasts music collective. This album starts off with the intro to the demo, where Jenova spits that within 30 seconds, a record executive can tell a hit. So he probably fucked up already. His words, not mine. Now the beat on this is kinda jumbled, so it doesn't really help out Jenova's flow too much, and it's not the strongest start to an album, but it definitely gets much better. On the next song, MIA 2, we get some production that kinda reminds me of Nujabes and Fat John, so shout out to Samurai Champloo. And Jenova spits about representing his city and putting it on his back, despite some of his homies cutting him out. And representing is a topic that comes up multiple times on this album. On Black Dynamite 2, he's throwing his set up and also stacking that bread up. And then on the song Money on Your Head / Save Me, it all starts off with an eerie trappish banger, and he's rapping about representing for Crip, stashing a 9mm, having cocaine in his jeans, and stabbing people in the kidneys with a knife. So clearly this is some hard gangsta type of shit. But the second half of the song, Save Me, has a much more smooth style, and he's spitting some bars about drinking syrup and popping pills. But one of my favorite tracks on here is Vibe With Me. It has a really nice flute sample that kind of reminds me of some classic kung fu shit, and topically, this one is about Jenova just wanting to ride with a curvy chick. Just to ride with her and vibe with her. Some of that smooth, playalistic type of shit. And the song 7 is kind of similar with the content, even though it's more sexually graphic, but it's also about him just wanting a hoe that he can put his dick in. It's just one of those songs that's all about the pussy. As for Smoke Something, Shad B joins this track for him and IO to spit some bars about smoking and riding out, so it has that really smooth and wavy feel to it. And so does the song Cruise Control, which also features Shad B. So when you put Cruise Control, Vibe With Me, and Smoke Something all together in a row, you have 3 of the best tracks on the album, and I thought that was the most cohesive part of this project. Now, Jenova also brought some others along for the Posse Cut Funerals and Feel Like, and I thought Sham and Hippie stuck out the most on both of these tracks. He just brings a really wild and raw, aggressive style, and the energy that he brought really helped to pick up this album. So having him on here was definitely a good look, and I like what he was doing on those tracks. And to wrap things up here, I think Jenova put together a pretty cohesive and solid album, but the rapping definitely needs some work, because there's not a whole lot in the ways of clever lines, interesting delivery, intriguing flows, or anything like that. He does keep beat and his voice is okay, but there's nothing here that really makes him stick out from the pack. But he does show some introspective and insightful moments, like on For My People, where he inspires his people to do better, and also raps a little bit about what his future might hold for him, and on God's Creation, he tackles his racial identity, which I thought was interesting and one of the more personal moments on this whole album. But it's still the rapping that needs the most improvement here, because it's very clear that Jenova has a story to tell, but it kind of seems like he's just scratching the surface. So I think if he can focus a little bit more on his lyrics, his flow, and his delivery, he'll come back much better for his next project. But this is a pretty good start, so I give it a 3 out of 5. But that's just what I thought about this one. Check it out for yourself. Peep all the links and information underneath this video. Like I said, this one actually doesn't come out until October 3rd, but you can still peep some of his songs through the links, and you can hit him up on Twitter and Snapchat and IG if you want to. You know how it goes. And make sure you do that YouTube and social media stuff, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.